Hello everyone, and welcome back to Clan Generator, where last time GlowClan faced their first shadow attack since the challenge began. They lost several of their members, including, unfortunately, some of their youngest, Flipkit, Rosekit, and Thornkit. However, there are still more that are alive, so hopefully the clan will be able to bounce back. Those in the dark caverns are mixed on their feelings about the attack on the clan. Budrise is, rather bent on revenge and happy to see the clan that turned on him suffer. Whereas Greenflip and Tallfern really do care about their clanmates, but feel they're doing things the wrong way. So it brings them no pleasure that cats of the clan, even some innocent kits, died. Even after such tragedy, life in the clan must go on. So our cats are going to go out on patrol. I feel like Dashstar might put Cressheart in charge of patrols and himself go seeking StarClan's guidance, escorting the medicine cat on patrol. So we're going to have Clearpod join Cressheart on patrol instead of their mentor. This is just so vague that I feel like it's probably going to be something bad, but we need to get our apprentices experience, especially those that don't have a favorable pelt coloring to survive shadow attacks, because their other stats have to be boosted in order for them to actually have a chance. So we're going to proceed. Clearpaw startles, hearing a cat cry out. They race over the ridge looking for the caller, as behind them Cressheart nearly falls over laughing. It's a bird. The spotted towhee has fooled many a young cat, and Clearpaw doesn't need to feel bad. It's something to learn from. Well, that is good. That's a nice little moment between these two, and it wasn't anything bad. This is actually quite fitting for Dashstar to be talking about his legacy and worrying about the clan right now. He wants to find a way to help his clan never have to deal with this again, but he just doesn't see a way to do that right now. Sunnoise isn't one for sentiment, I don't think. He's a cat of action, and the two discuss different things they can use against the shadows, different properties of the shadows, and how to understand them in ways that they haven't ever tried before. Ways to fight back. They'll begin testing out their ideas and seeking the guidance of StarClan as well on which ones they should use. Pheasant Zoom is determined to teach young Molepaw everything she knows. She always felt drawn to the cat because he was always an outsider, coming into the clan with his outsider mother as a kid. And Pheasant Zoom has also always been a sort of outsider in the clan. I want Molepaw to get experience, but it's not worth the risk. Ooh, interesting. A rival clan has come into our territory. I think we'll proceed. And we found an apprentice who was lost and helped them get on their side of the border. Pheasant Zoom's stomachache has left. Sunnoise's running nose has finally stopped running. Clearpaw has gotten yellow cough. Tawny Cat woke up with a mild headache, but got up to play anyways, trying to ignore the pain. All the catmint went bad? That is not good. Yikes. Pheasant Zoom thinks Tadpole Crackle isn't very considerate of others. Perhaps she feels like Tadpole Crackle moved on from Tallfern's death too soon. And Pheasant Zoom had a difficult conversation with Tawny Kit, and they now have a deeper understanding of each other. Caterpillar Tuft saw Pheasant Kit being considerate. Tadpole Crackle doesn't notice Webkit twitching their whiskers. Sunnoise surprises Tawny Kit with something nice. Sunnoise is surprised by Webkit being thoughtful. I do think Sunnoise is definitely looking for another new apprentice. Dash Star appreciates Clearpaw telling them they had a feather stuck to their face. Pressheart thanks Sunnoise for checking in when they ask if they're feeling alright. Cressheart finds a bit of fluff that smells like Clearpaw and adds it to their nest. Frisk sees Celio's piece of prey looks tastier, and they both swap happily. Frisk and Tawny Kit joke about how bad the other clans smell. Molepaw shares a joke about a neighboring clan with Pheasant Zoom. Molepaw started a huge argument between Sunnoise and Ghost Kit. What in the world? A three-way argument? With the kid, I'm not really sure what's going on there. Clearpaw shared an embarrassing story about Dash Star they were asked not to share. Pheasant Kit apologized to Caterpillar Tuft for something or other. Shelka is having a wonderful time discussing clan news with Molepaw. Celio appreciates Tawny Kit telling them they had a feather stuck to their face, and is surprised to hear Webkit express an ideal they can agree with. Webkit swaps favorite prey with Dash Star, and Ghost Kit covered for Pheasant Zoom on something minor. Tawny Kit is surprised by Sunnoise being thoughtful, which is nice since Sunnoise is also surprised by another kit being thoughtful. And because Sunnoise gave Tawny Kit a gift. Dash Star grows fond of little Webkit. Cressheart wants to get to know Ghost Kit better. Sunnoise grows fond of Webkit. Pheasant Zoom keeps checking her nest for burrs. Celio is eating some fresh kill. Frisk wants to get to know Celio better. Caterpillar Tuft has the apprentices engaged in a very, very tall tale. Tadpole Crackle is craving the taste of vole. Molepaw is helping to reinforce the camp wall with brambles. Clearpaw is glaring at Celio. Of course, little Clearpaw is sick right now, unfortunately. Pheasant Kit is hiding from other cats with kitten cough. Shellkit is frightened after hearing a scary, scary story. Webkit has tiny little paws. That's adorable. Ghost Kit is rubbing up against the warrior's legs. Tawny Kit is growing fond of Ghost Kit. We're going to send 2 warriors out on patrol with Sunnoise to try and gather a lot of herbs. And as the snows of Leaf Bear blow around camp, Sunnoise eyes the herb stores. They should be able to dig up burdock. Not sure if burdock will help with the kitten cough, yellow cough epidemic going on. But, well, we have found burdock. Laying the thin roots out in a neat pile in the herb stores makes Sunnoise's entire body thrum with a concentrated purr, and their clanmates smile, appreciating the hard-working medicine cat. Well, we have some more herbs. The patrol encounters a swarm of 2 legs. I feel like this duo would certainly proceed, even though that might be a very bad idea. Cressheart stops anyone from going near the 2 legs, repeating that true warriors have nothing to do with 2 legs and their monsters, and the patrol leaves. So Cressheart steps in and does the responsible thing, like the deputy he is. Meanwhile, this patrol is working on the intricacies of hunting, and as many things work by scent and sound down here in the caves, it's best to disguise one's scent when hunting. And we find some snow that has gotten through cracks in the cave ceiling in a certain part of the caves. It's actually a pretty rare sight down here, which I've not really underscored too much, but it's certainly a good thing to hide one's scent with. On to the next moon. Frisk heads to the medicine den, hoping that Sunnoise will give them some poppy seeds to help dampen the nightmares that have been plaguing them. Oh no. Poor Frisk. Her grief has turned to something far worse. Molepaw was chasing a loner off of the territory. Pheasant Kit has recovered from kitten cough. Pheasant Paw carefully touches noses with their new mentor, Cressheart, looking quite intimidated and nervous. Oh my gosh, Pheasant Paw totally has the demeanor of their namesake. Shellpaw has reached the age of 6 moons and has been made an apprentice. Tawny Kit's headache is gone, and all of the wild garlic went bad. Pheasant Zoom settles near Pheasant Kit, or Paw now, to eat their fresh kill. Pheasant Zoom thinks Webkit was nice to them today. Caterpillar Tuft is surprised by Pheasant Zoom being thoughtful. Tadpole Crackle tells a story to Dash Star. Sunnoise doesn't notice Clearpaw leaving camp. Interesting. Sunnoise finds a bit of fluff that smells like molepaw and adds it to their nest. Dash Star stands tall when Ghost Kit walks by. Cressheart had a difficult conversation with Caterpillar Tuft, and now they have a deeper understanding of each other. Cressheart and Ghost Kit joke about how bad the other clans smell. Frisk is frustrated Shellkit won't take their actions more seriously. And Frisk checks up on Clearpaw. Molepaw quickly apologizes after bumping into Caterpillar Tuft, and they have a small laugh. Clearpaw tells Pheasant Kit to count on them in a difficult situation. Clearpaw, Caterpillar Tuft, and Sunnoise had a nice talk. Pheasant Paw sees Clearpaw's piece of prey looks tastier, and they swap happily. Shellpaw and Sunnoise bumped into each other and didn't apologize, which was a bad thing. Celio ignores Tadpole Crackle. Webkit thinks Ghost Kit's helpful. Ghost Kit reminds Sunnoise to grab something from the fresh kill pile, and Tawny Kit thinks Frisk was nice to them today. Dash Star is in character, thinking about new ways to care for the clan. Cressheart is making note of Clearpaw's journey as an apprentice. Sunnoise wonders how Dash Star is doing. Pheasant Zoom wishes Shellkit would play more quietly. Celio is eavesdropping on Frisk. Frisk is pretending to be a big evil warrior for Ghost Kit, trying to bring some joy into someone else's life, but herself, she has had no joy since Tallfern died. Caterpillar Tuft is a bit cross with Ghost Kit. Tadpole Crackle is chasing a bug around the camp clearing. Molepaw was tasked with lining nests with fresh moss today. Clearpaw had quite the adventure. Pheasant Paw is trying to perfect the latest move that Cressheart taught them. Shellpaw is anxious about becoming a warrior. Webkit is playing with a stick. Ghost Kit is pestering older cats to play with them. And Tawny Paw wants to be friends with Pheasant Paw but doesn't know how. Interestingly enough, Shellpaw is not only anxious about becoming a warrior, he's also a restless sleeper, which I believe is something to do with a dream walker, which would be quite the interesting medicine cat. He's also careful, which would definitely help, and to maybe make him a bit of a better choice than Scorched Chest was, although Scorched Chest did have a lot of promise. Speaking of, here are our Star Clan cats. Scorched Chest is gossiping. Never change. Havoc is talking with Whimsy Puddle. Egret Paw is sad they never got their warrior name. Flip Kit wants to find Star Clan cats to play with. Rose Kit is wondering what it would be like to be a warrior. And Thorn Kit is looking forward to today. Meanwhile, Green Flip is wishing they could go to Star Clan. That feels very in character. Bud Rise is thinking about walking in the dreams of Dash Star. That is very in character and terrifying. And Tallfern is cleaning their fur of muck. Tallfern is just as not wanting to be here as Green Flip, but he's not as used to it as Green Flip is. Pheasant Zoom suggests this might be a good chance to practice teamwork. And both cats have a nice practice session, and their coordination with each other grows stronger. Pheasant Zoom really helps Molepaw gain confidence. Nice. I feel like to help all of the apprentices gain experience, and so that Dash Star doesn't feel like he's stepping on any of the mentors' toes, we are going to just send them all out with their mentors, which might be a mistake. We'll have to see. Cressheart approaches the other clan patrol, striking up a conversation about the weather. After talking a short time, the patrols part ways. Cressheart remarks on the large clan cat's kindness to the leader once the patrol has returned to camp. So Cressheart is being a good deputy, keeping up clan relations. Finally, we have Shellpaw. Now, Shellpaw, I kind of feel like making him a medicine cat apprentice instead, but I feel like Sun Noise would want to be sure about this cat. In some ways, him and Scorched Chest, Scorched Chest became a competent medicine cat in their own right, but it was a long and hard road that Sun Noise would rather not repeat. So I feel like he would want to bring out Shellpaw and see if perhaps the cat might be a good apprentice for him. So Shellpaw actually had a vision, which is a good sign, and Sunnoise takes Shellpaw aside, giving them the full benefits of Sunnoise's seniority and experience as they discuss the vision. And they both work together to divine the vision's meaning, gathering both marigold and wild garlic. I feel like this is a good sign, so I know I do this, and maybe I should wait for some of the others, but none of the others seem to have a natural affinity for some sort of spirit realm thing. Not really sure what dreams are in this universe, but in any case, it's certainly a supernatural ability, and I think Shellpaw could make a great medicine cat, so we are going to manage the role of Shellpaw and switch Shellpaw to a medicine cat apprentice because Sunnoise doesn't have much time left. And Scorched Chest was supposed to be the next medicine cat, but died before Sunnoise, so Sunnoise is running out of time here to train yet another apprentice. Celio might be a tad bit hurt by this, but I think Dashstar will explain to them that they will get a new apprentice very soon, and that the only reason this happened is because their previously assigned apprentice had some skills that they did not realize at first they had. Oh, now this is interesting. Let's proceed. And we are unable to save the loner. That is unfortunate. Now, if they had come to the clan, they might have met an even grimmer fate, but they probably did die to a Cavern Shadow, unfortunately. It's the last moon before the next vote, and Tadpole Crackle has finally moved on from Tallfern. Sure, Tadpole Crackle never let it slow them down, They always put on a good face, and she always continued her work. She didn't let the grief debilitate her, but still a part of her had died. Her friend was gone. She couldn't save him, and it hurt. But it is time to move on with her life. And Frisk as well has begun coming out of her depression after Tallfern's death, and the nightmares have finally gone away. Molepaw was seen chasing a rogue off of the territory. Webpaw hopes that Scorched Chest is watching in pride from StarClan as they are apprenticed to Frisk. Oh, that is really sweet and really sad. Ghostpaw has reached the age of 6 moons and has been made an apprentice. And Towniepaw touches noses with their mentor, Caterpillar Tuft, looking bored and unimpressed. But on the inside, they're bouncing around with euphoria as if they were a kid. Pheasant Zoom and Shellpaw happily swap prey. Pheasant Zoom apologized to Caterpillar Tuft for something or other. Celio asks Caterpillar Tuft to speak up while chatting together. Tadpole Crackle surprises Clearpaw with something nice. And Sunnoise wishes they could get their pelt to shine like Dash Stars. Webkit seems to be oblivious to Sunnoise glaring at them. Dash Star thinks Webkit's very helpful. Dash Star, Shellpaw, and Caterpillar Tuft had a nice talk while eating. Crest Heart thinks Dash Star is being annoying. That is interesting. These two, they really got together in order to just have kits, and perhaps it's time for them to break it off. I don't know. I feel like maybe one of them thinks that way and the other doesn't. So either Cressheart feels like it was never really love and they should end it, and Dash Star doesn't, or it's the other way around. And Cressheart is actually really fallen in love with Dash Star, and Dash Star doesn't really see that this is a real thing. So that's very interesting. Frisk finds a bit of fluff that smells like webkit and adds it to their nest. Frisk, Shellpaw, and Molepaw had a nice talk. Frisk challenged Ghostkit to spar with them. Molepaw turned to Pheasant Zoom in time of need, only for Pheasant Zoom to abandon them. Clearpaw is really surprised Honeykit's life isn't as easy as they thought it was. Pheasantpaw is jealous of Molepaw's pelt. Shellpaw thinks Celio is helpful. Celio saw Ghostkit being considerate. Webpaw waves to Dash Star with their tail as their patrols crossed paths. Ghostpaw wishes they could get their pelt to shine like sun noises. Tawnypaw appreciates how Ghostpaw always seems to ask how they're doing. Dash Star wants to spend time alone today. Perhaps we'll send him out on patrol by himself. Or maybe not. That might be a bad idea. Cressheart is feeling overworked. I'm also going to check his relationship with Dash Star, which looks like it's got a healthy amount of dislike and not too much romantic like. Now I'm going to look at Dash Star's. It looks like, indeed, Dash Star might be the one who thinks this is a real thing. You know, that he's really in love, but Cressheart, meanwhile, thinks this is just an arrangement for the good of the clan. That's definitely not the best relationship dynamic. Sunnoise is struggling to remember all the names of the herbs. He feels so much pressure right now to pass on everything he knows to his apprentice, and he just can't sometimes. Shellpaw wants to get to know Townykit better. With only a little bit of experience and barely knowing his mentor, it's gonna be a long road for Shellpaw to become the best medicine cat he can be. Pheasant Zoom wants to get to know Dash Star better. Celio pulls pranks on the other warriors and blames it on the apprentices. That is awesome. Frisk pounced on a clanmate unexpectedly, meowing about how they should be ready at any moment. Love that. Caterpillar Tuft wonders if StarClan has given Sunnoise any prophecies lately. I feel like Frisk and Celio totally also teamed up to do those pranks. Tadpole Crackle plays Mossball with a kit. Molepaw is having a hard time keeping up with his training. Clearpaw wants to spend time alone today. Pheasantpaw feels underappreciated. Webpaw lectures Molepaw on the warrior code. And Ghostpaw is thinking about the time they caught a huge rabbit. When that happened, I don't know, because Ghostpaw just became an apprentice. Maybe just before, when they were still a kit. I feel like this is a good patrol for these two's first patrol. They are siblings, and their mentors are friends, so we're going to send them out together. And they hear an odd sound. Caterpillar drops into a hunting crouch, certain that the mouse must be the source of the noise. They find themselves to be correct when they pounce across the rocks and return to the patrol with the tasty morsel dangling from their mouth. Again, we're going to send 2 apprentices with 2 mentors. Now, it is better for experience if you just send 1 apprentice and 1 mentor, but this is better for protection. And these apprentices, this is their first patrol. Well, actually not this apprentice's first patrol, but you know. So they swap tips and advice as they stretch out and bask in the sun. These 3 like to go on patrol together often. And Tadpole Crackle explains an idea they had for squirrel hunting. Tadpole Crackle suggests finding squirrels sheltered in trees, climbing above them, and shaking the branches to scare them down. Unfortunately, the idea is a little too far out there, and while they do manage to catch a few small catches, they come home freezing cold with little to show. Yikes. Oh dear, Tadpole Crackle. At least Molepaw got some experience. These three are going to go out and gather herbs, or, talk about visions. Shellpaw is having visions galore, and I think Dash Star is quite interested. Perhaps StarClan is telling them what they should do in order to ultimately defeat the Shadows. Scorchest is worried about the latest illness. Havoc, perhaps, is the one that brought the vision to young Shellpaw. Eagerpaw can't wait to find out what Clearpaw's new name is. That is absolutely adorable. Flipkit watches over Dash Star. Oh, maybe it was Rosekit, because Rosekit is walking in the dreams of Shellpaw. Greenflip wishes to be alone. Budrise is watching Celio with a sly smile. And Tallfern is hiding a limp after a recent spar. Perhaps with the overzealous Budrise, who is probably very jealous of the relationship the other two cats share, even though he's been in here with Greenflip longer. Frisk will always love Tallfern, but has decided to move on. And Clearpaw has finally recovered from yellow cough. Also, Frisk got a running nose. Pheasant Zoom is swapping favorite prey with Celio, and also with Tadpole Crackle. Caterpillar Tuff and Crestheart heckled another clan, which is good for their relationship, not so good for our relationship with other clans. Tadpole Crackle thinks Molepaw was nice to them. Sunnoise bickered about something trivial with Shellpaw. There goes Sunnoise again, having a bad relationship with every one of his apprentices. Sunnoise saw Tawnypaw being considerate. Dash Star heard Caterpillar Tuft and expressed an ideal they cannot agree with. Ooh, interesting. Perhaps Caterpillar Tuft is speaking out against the offering, which is good timing because this moon is the offering. Dash Star purrs for a long time at one of Cressheart's lame jokes. Tadpole Crackle seems to be oblivious to Cressheart glaring at them from across camp. Cressheart appreciates how Clearpaw always seems to ask how they're doing. Frisk comes up with a plan to sneak out of camp with Tawnypaw. Frisk offers to groom a hard-to-reach place for Ghostpaw. Frisk will always love Tallfern. Molepaw surprises Celio with something nice. Clearpaw realized they were too harsh in their judgment of Molepaw. Pheasantpaw is surprised to hear Caterpillar Tuft express an ideal they can agree with, and one that Dash Star cannot agree with. Shellpaw shared an embarrassing story about Caterpillar Tuft. Celio is looking out for Clearpaw's well-being. Webpaw called Cressheart the wrong name. Ghostpaw saw Molepaw being considerate. Tawnypaw appreciates Pheasant Zoom telling them they had a feather stuck to their face. As the offering approaches, Dash Star hopes that he's doing the right thing. But there isn't a choice. He has to do what he can to protect this clan. He can't afford for the Shadows to attack again. The clan would not survive. His own kits, the ones that are left, they would probably die. So he prepares for the offering. He knows what he must do. But it still won't be enough. Only one cat from their clan will not. The Shadows need to be fed 5 cats. It used to be 1 from each clan. But after all the cats were almost wiped out, Dash Star's clan had taken it upon themselves. The other clans wouldn't have had it any other way. He had already leveraged all the goodwill he could with them. They weren't going to sacrifice another one of their cats. And there were 3 options: Celio, Frisk, and Tadpole Crackle. They would have to fight until one of them lost. So that is the vote for this episode. out of the three, which one of these cats should be forced to go into the darkness along with Pheasant Zoom? There will be a pinned comment down in the comments below, and under that pinned comment there will be replies with each of the names of the cats, like the one that you want to lose the fight. And I will see you all next time.